Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is the second video of PHP project series. Means this is the first project in the project series of PHP. Today we are going to develop a complete student registration system using PHP and MySQL. But this is mini project. Only you have to register student and display the records whatever you register. This is perfect for the beginners who want to start their web development journey with real hands and practice. In this video, I will guide you through all the software and tools whatever you use to develop this PHP application. Okay. Project name is Student Registration System. Then what is the project? Here in this project, the student registration system allows user to add new student records with these columns means name, email, course and gender. Okay, and it allows store data in a MySQL database and display the list of registered students to display the report. Okay, then what is the objective of the project? Objective is to develop a user-friendly web application for student registration to ensure secure handling of student data to streamline the registration workflow. Then next, before to develop this project in PHP, what are the requirements you should know? Means you decide this project you have to develop. Then you decide by which language you have to develop. Suppose you decide by PHP you have to develop this project. Then what are the requirements to develop a PHP based project? These are the requirements. First is the server. This is the local deployment server to develop or deploy the PHP project. XAMPP server. With the help of the XAMPP server, you run the PHP project. This is the local server. Here Apache server plus MySQL server present inside one XAMPP server. Okay. Then next is you use the backend language here PHP. Then you use the MySQL database type. And to write the PHP code you need some editor. Here you can use the VS Code or you can use the Notepad++. I use here the VS Code. And after writing the code, after developing the project, you have to run the project or not. You use the browser, any one type of browser. You can use Chrome, you can use Firefox, you can use the Opera, but I here use the Chrome. Okay. Then the next is what are the steps? What are the steps to develop a project? First, set up the XAMPP server and inside this you have to create the project folder. The second step is create the database and the table inside the PHP MyAdmin. Then the next step is step 3, plan and create the project folder structure. And the next is step 4, create the registration form where you have to input the data. And what are the step 5? You have to write the PHP code to handle the form submission. Then next is step 6, display the report. Okay, display the all registered students. That is the report. Then first one is what? Step 1, set up the XAMPP server. How you set up the XAMPP server? From here, you have to download the XAMPP software. How you download? First of all, you have to go here. You have to write the XAMPP for suppose your operating system 10 or 11 64-bit. You have to search here this much. And the first one you have to click. Then look at this. From these three, you can install any one. First of all, you save this by clicking this. After saving this, you have to follow all the steps one by one. Then you can install. Okay. In my system, I already installed. So I don't install again. Okay. I already installed. Then actually I show off how to deploy or run the PHP project. Okay, I already installed, so I skip this. Then the next part, how you start the project. Look at this. Here, this is the jam shortcut, jam server shortcut. You double click this. Okay, then you start this. Suppose you first time double click. Okay, then you start this. Again, look at this. You start here. You start the both Apache and MySQL, both the server you have to start. You have to create the project folder inside what? Inside the where you install the XAMPP. Okay, I installed the XAMPP in C drive. Inside the C drive, you look at this. Here inside the C drive, XAMPP folder is present, and inside the XAMPP folder, htdocs is present. You have to what? Create the project folder name. Suppose your project folder name student registration. You have to create this project folder inside the htdocs. Okay, you have to create this project folder inside the, first of all you have to go here htdocs. Inside this you have to create a project folder name this much. Okay, then enter. Remember this thing. You have to create a project folder inside the htdocs, inside the XAMPP. Next step is you have to create the database inside the localhost PHP MyAdmin. Okay, your database name is studentdb. So first of all, I create this inside what? Create the database. Your database name is what? StudentDB. You have to create this. Okay, your database is created here. Okay, then the next step is after creating the database, you have to create the table. Create table student. You have to create this students. StudentDB or student. So students. I suppose I take the ID, name, email, course, gender. These 5 or 6 columns. Okay. ID, name, email. ID, first one is ID. Then second one is name. Third one is email. And fourth one is course. The next one is gender. Created at. Okay. This ID is for type integer type. And the size is I give the 11. And this is the varchar type. Size I can give 255 or less than 255. Email is also I take the varchar type, and here also I give the 255. And this is the course. Course is also varchar type 255. Gender I take the varchar type, and then created at it is the date. Okay, then here I give the ID at the primary key. Okay, so I set here. Look at this. Auto increment type. Then this is make the primary. Then nothing I have to change here. Only I have to save here. Look at this. Okay. The table is created. Then the next part is I have to do what? I created the table now. Okay. Then I have to what? To create the project folder structure. Before writing the code, you make the proper folder structure to organize the files clearly. Suppose in your project, I give the name student registration. Inside this, first one is which page? The landing page. And the landing page is index.php. This page must be present. Okay. And this is a mini project tool coding page. Only you create the register.php and to display the records, you create another page, report.php. And you create a separate page, the database connectivity code. This is here, I take the db.php. And db.php, I give another folder to clarify all the code. So I give the folder structure here. Inside the config, you write the database connectivity code file. Okay. Suppose after login, you give the header and footer. This can include in another folder, header.php and footer.php. Okay. You can use this next project. Okay. In this project, only you do the register.php and index.php and report.php. Okay. And here, so first of all, you create all this file inside your the project folder. This is the project folder, students underscore registration. Okay. First create the index.php, then register.php, then report.php. Okay. Where? This is your root folder. Look at this. First select this. Then write the CMD. Enter. Then code. Then space. Then dot. You have to go to respective folder with your visual code. Okay. Now you go here inside your visual code. Now you have to create the file here according to your project structure. First one is what? Index.php. Okay. And the next one is register and report. You created all the file. Register.php, report.php. And you write here also, you create another folder. Inside the folder, you create the db.php. Okay. Config folder. Inside this, you create the db.php. Okay. Now what you have to do? Now the next step is what? You have to create the registration form. First of all, you create the form. This is the form. You have to create the inside the index.php, you have to write the form. Inside the form, you have to write the what? Input field 3 or 4, how many number of columns are there inside your table. You have to create the form according to this. Then after writing the form, you have to write also the what? PHP code to store the data inside the table inside the MySQL. Okay. You write here. This is the what? From this up to this, you have to write there inside the index.php. Here you have to write this much. Okay. Then after that, this is the HTML part. First of all, you write index.php inside this. Look at this. Here, action is register.php. Okay. In index.php, you have to write this much. Okay. Then inside the register.php, you have write the this much. Okay. And here I don't use the db.php. Directly I here write the what? Database connectivity code. You can write here, and again by including this file you can use the db.php also. Okay. And you have to write this much inside the register.php. And this is the another file, report.php. You have to write this code inside the report.php. You have to write this inside the report.php. Okay, after writing the code, you write all the code. These are the code I give. Okay, you write this much inside this. This is my index.php. This is the code. Okay, and this is my register.php. This is the code. I write the database connectivity in every file. After this project, I use the db.php. Okay, in this project, I write here the database connectivity code inside all the file. Okay, and this is the report.php. You write this project, you write the code. Then now, how to deploy using the local server XAMPP server? How to use it? You have to go where? Only you change your project name here. Student registration. Here you can add the name. Suppose you add the name user 10. Course is MCA. Okay. Gender is male. Okay. Then register. Already registered. Register successful. Then you can view here the students. These two students already registered inside the database. You can check the database also here from here. Your table name is what? Student TB. This is your table name. Okay. Inside these students, look at this. These two data are present. This is a mini project where you can store the data inside the database. Here you use the MySQL database, and here also you can display the records from the database. Okay, this is a mini project which is the student registration system. So you know how to deploy the project PHP project locally by using the XAMPP server. In today's class, you do this first. In your system, you install the XAMPP software and then follow the steps, all the steps, and you are able to deploy the project using the XAMPP server local. Then what are the features of this project is this much. HTML form for user input, and to PHP to capture and process form data, and MySQL to store the student records, and validation you use here the required validation, HTML validation this is, and I give the very clean folder structure for beginners level students. Okay, and in today's class this is all over. If you want to improve this project, then you can add this also. Add gender, date of birth, address fields, and add server side validation also, and create a display page to list all the students, and sanitize inputs to avoid the SQL injection. You can add this much. And in next video, from this we can continue the login and sign up system in PHP. This project continue with login and sign up system in next class. Okay, so you can complete this much in your system, then continue in next class login and sign up system in PHP. So today class is over. In today class this much is you practice, and if you like this video, then you like, subscribe and comment me. Okay, bye. Thank you.